about your cars. 844-580-9326, 844-580-WDBO. Mike has given us a call from Orlando about his 2015 Ford. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, I got a weird light. It's a mechanic light, like a wrench came on, and plus it said engine coolant over temperature, but it doesn't seem like it's overheating, and the temperature is still in the middle.
Okay. What kind of vehicle is this, Mike? I know it's a Ford, but give me a little more help.
It's a hybrid, the C-Max.
Okay. And so it's got an engine over temp code stored in the system.
It comes on the dash.
Yeah. Listen, does the light come on when you're driving on the highway?
It usually takes about 25 minutes for it to come on. Not necessarily the highway.
If you're just in town driving around, and the light itself will come on, right?
Yeah, after about 20 minutes or so.
Okay. Is your AC working?
Yep.
Okay. Now, on that one, I'm not real sure if it uses just one or two cooling fans. A lot of those vehicles had two cooling fans. One was for the AC, and the other would be for the radiator itself. One of the first things that I would check with that, Mike, is, most people would say thermostat, something like that, not regulating the temperature exactly right. But in your case, if it's coming on in town after, it's been ran for, 20, 25 minutes, my guess would be that there might be something wrong with a cooling fan. Now, which would be an electric cooling fan that cools the radiator down. Now, even though it's not got to the point where it'll overheat, they've got parameters built in to let you know if the engine is running hotter than it should. Let's say, for an example, the ideal target temp for that motor is 195, and it's getting up to 210 or 212, somewhere around in there. That may be enough to actually turn that light on and let you know that there is, the temperature is running a little bit too hot. Now, a cooling fan, if that is the issue, a lot of these cooling fans, Mike, they're multiple speed fans. If the engine's cool or whatever, or cooler, they might kick on or run at a slow speed. But when it gets up to a temperature that's just a little bit too hot, a lot of times they want that fan to kick on at a higher speed. So these are multi-speed cooling fans. And let's just say, for an example, if the control module that controls the speed of that fan isn't actually running that fan fast enough to keep that temperature down, these are the types of things that will actually happen. So, a mechanic is going to need to check the cooling fan and going to make sure that, it is operating properly. There could be something wrong with the cooling fan where it's actually drawing too many amps and it just can't run fast enough. So these are all things that happen as a vehicle ages. These electrical components that get used a lot, like cooling fans, will actually get to a point to where they'll start running slower because they're just wearing themselves out over the years. And in your case, that's going to be one of the first things I'd tell you to look at. Thermostat-wise, a thermostat could cause a problem like that, but being in town and lower engine RPMs, I would think that if the thermostat was sticking, you would have a higher temperature reading than what you are actually getting now. I think you'd be, the temperature gauge itself would be more to the right than in the middle. I think you're just out of calibration just a little bit, and what makes most logical sense to me would either be a cooling fan control module or the cooling fan itself that just may be drawing too many amps and just not running fast enough to actually keep the engine temperature where the computer system's looking for. I appreciate your call, and get it checked and give us a holler back and let us know what we find. Hi folks, Larry Perry here. For automotive information, maybe you got automotive questions on cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. Maybe you're thinking about purchasing a used vehicle, and maybe you just want my opinion. Tune in to the Magic Mechanic radio show every Saturday, 3 to 5 p.m. on wdbo.com. Also tune in to our Magic Mechanic YouTube channel, and don't forget to subscribe. and we'll all get together, maybe fix a few cars while we're at it.